Hello everyone and welcome to another video of the Sky channel. So this is another beginner guide from a beginner because I just started 2 days ago, and this video is going to have everything about upgrading champions. And what we're going to cover in this video is pretty much everything from leveling up your champion to upgrading the champion's rank to upgrading their skills and ascending them, and hence getting yourself those pink stars that everyone probably wants. We're going to talk about how to upgrade them, and we're going to talk about how you can get the resources to do so, and hence making this a little wholesome video about upgrading your champions that you so dearly love. We're not going to be talking about gear in this video. That is probably another video altogether. We're just going to be focusing on your champions and getting them maxed out because that's something that you definitely want to prioritize. And somewhere in the middle of this video, I'll be talking about how you can save a lot of money in Raid Shadow Legends, get a lot of cashbacks when you make in-game purchases, and get a ton of stuff completely free from Raid Shadow Legends as they're celebrating a partnership with Aptoid. You're getting skill tombs, energy regeneration, experience bonuses, silver, and a 5-star chicken. So let's start talking about leveling up your champions. Now there are a few ways that you can do that. One of them is by going into the tavern and using specific brews that give you experience. Now, based on what I've researched, people have said that these are not that easy to come by. In the beginning of the game, it does seem like they are easy to come by. I have a lot of them, but given that, I've tried to hold off doing this until I really need it. Another thing to note is that if you really have a main hero that you want to level up fast so you can progress further, maxing them out and getting them to the maximum level is generally not something I've noticed to be extremely helpful, because then they become your main campaign farmer, and what that basically means is that they cannot get any more experience, and that sort of experience goes to waste. We'll talk a little bit more about this later, but for now, this is one of the options that you can use. Now, when you're talking about brews, do not use brews of a different type. You can see a green thunder sign on this one, and that's the same as the sign on your hero. If that's the case, that's amazing because you're getting the maximum return on investment. Now, if I were to use a blue brew, you can see I'm actually getting only 12,500 versus 18,750. That's because there's a mismatch between the type of the champion and type of the brew. So definitely do not use the wrong type because you're just wasting experience in the process. You could also use other champions as fodder to level up your champion. Another thing that I'm not really doing because I don't think that's the best use of champions, at least right now. Finally, there's also this barrel, and what this barrel does is that it instantly maxes out the champion's level. You definitely do not want to use this on a level 49 champion that can only go to level 50 because you're wasting a ton of experience in the process. Perhaps you could use it on a 6-star level 1 to get it immediately to level 60. That being said, as I mentioned before, maxing out a main hero that you're going to be using in campaigns is probably not the best thing to do using these barrels, because then you're going to be wasting experience on every level of the campaigns. Okay, so these are the ways that you can actually level up your champions in the tavern. But that's not the only way to level up your champions. The most common way, of course, is by going into the campaigns and completing some of the levels. Now, what I've been researching, I found that level 12 stage 6 is probably the best place to get experience, and level 12 stage 3 is the best place to farm if you're worried about silver. Now, I know everyone says that you should be doing brutal difficulty, but 2 days in, you probably haven't even reached the brutal difficulty. So we're going to stick to the one that you can easily accomplish and farm effectively. So I'm going to level 12, stage 6, battle. I do the super raids because that gives me double the experience and double the drops at the cost of double the energy. Now, both Wukong and Kale in this example are level 50. And since they're 5 stars, the maximum level is also level 50. Therefore, they are unable to get any more experience as their experience is maxed out. Let's go and do this and I'll show you something after. Now you can say that I actually won this round and I got 7,300 plus experience on the 2 heroes that aren't max level. The ones that are max level, they got nothing. Now you may be wondering, does that mean that the 14,500 experience was the total amount that got divided in the 2 that needed it? Not really. If Kale and Sun Wukong were not maxed out, they would also be getting 7,300 experience. In other words, 2 heroes being maxed out meant that 2 heroes' experience that they could have received went to waste. And that's why maxing out your main heroes that you're going to be using in the campaign isn't generally the best thing to do, because then you'll be losing experience every time you do any campaign level or anything that actually gives you experience. One more way of getting experience is by going to the Guardian Ring and assigning one of the heroes that you want to level up over here. And what happens is that it's simply going to get experience every hour, so 2100 per hour. I could upgrade it using diamonds, or I could unlock more of them and have more of them leveling up at the same time. So it's an interesting way of passively getting experience. So what defines the maximum level? Well, first of all, ignore the colors. We're going to get to them later, the yellow and the pink ones. I know it can be a little confusing. Sometimes you might feel like, oh, it's like 5-star, then pink is 6-star. That's not the case. The colors are irrelevant for this example. Just look at the number of stars. For each star, there's 10 levels. So a 1-star hero like this Axeman, his maximum level is level 10. A 2-star hero like the Hardscale, their maximum level is level 20. And Kale, since he's 5-star right now, his maximum level is level 50. Similarly, Sun Wukong, he's 5-star, his maximum level is level 50. Despite, of course, being legendary versus Kale being rare, that doesn't matter. Just look at the number of stars and you'll find out the level it can go to. Something we're just going to get to in a few seconds is that you can actually star up any character to 6-star. So it's not like only specific heroes like Sun Wukong can go to 6-star. Everyone can go to 6-star. But we'll talk about that in a bit. For now, just know that stars define what's the maximum level for this specific champion. If you want to increase that level more than the limit, you got to star them up, which is exactly what we're going to get to now. So that stars that you're looking at is the rank. And basically, when you upgrade the rank, you're increasing their star level by 1. The maximum star level is 6. If somebody's already 6-star, you cannot really rank them up further. So let's go to the Axeman, and you can see that he's already reached the maximum level, so you cannot level them up further. But look at this. You can upgrade the rank of this Axeman because they're maxed level. Now, I could not upgrade the rank of somebody that's not maximum level. It gives you an error saying that you cannot upgrade the rank because they have to be maximum level. But this Axeman, which is at 1-star right now, is at maximum level, level 10, so they can be ranked up, meaning that they can go to 2-star. And how do you do that? Well, you need to sacrifice other champions of the same star level equal to the star level of the current star. So if it's 1-star going to 2-star, you need to sacrifice 1-star champion as fodder to upgrade it to 2-star. If it was 2-star, you'd need 2-star champions as fodder to upgrade it to 3-star. And basically you get the idea. So 4 to 5-star, you need 4-star champions as fodder to make it go to 5-star. Now, if you don't want to use champions and you do have chickens, consider chickens like champions that are useful for nothing other than upgrading the champions themselves, you can use them too. So that reduces guilt of using a champion that you might need in the future. You can use an X-star chicken instead of that X-star champion. So for this example, let's rank up the Axeman. So we're going to use this guy as bait because I don't want to use something that's already leveled up as bait. That wouldn't make much sense. And we are going to spend the silver and make the Axeman 2-star level 1. Now you'll notice that actually starring them up did decrease their stats a little bit. And that's because whenever you star up a champion, it gets starred up, but it loses its level. The level goes from level 10 to level 1. Or in the case of upgrading from 5-star to 6-star, the level will go from level 50 to level 1. So you always reset the level when you star up your character. So now the Axeman is 2-star level 1, despite being a common champion. Common champions always start at 1 star. Uncommon champions always start at 2 star. Like that's the base that you can get them in. Rare champions are always going to start at 3 star. Epic champions 4. And legendary champions always start at 5 star. And mythical champions, they're always going to start at 6 star. You can't really upgrade mythical champions. They're already 6 star when you get them. Okay, let's do the same thing here, right? So now you have a 2 star level 20 and you want to make it 3 star. So it's asking you for two-star characters that you can use, and I have 2 right here, and by spending the silver I'm able to get it to 3 star, and of course it got lowered from level 20 to level 1. And same logic here, 3 star to 4 star you need 3 stars, 4 star to 5 star I need 4 stars. I have a chicken in this case, right? And last but not least, to go from 5 star to 6 star you need 5 star champions as bait for you to get this to 6 star. Now you might be wondering, 5 star means legendary champions. Do I want to sacrifice legendary champions to get any of my characters to 6 star? Well, no, you don't. But you know what? 5 star does not mean legendary champions. You're completely right that legendary champions start at 5 star, but you know what? A common champion like Axeman, who was 1 star when we started this video, is now 2 star. Upgrade him to level 20 and then use 2 other characters that are 2 star to star him up, and he's going to be 3 star. Keep doing this process and you can get the Axeman to 5 star. And then he can be used as fodder to upgrade Sun Wukong or Kale that are currently 5 star and get them to 6 star. It's definitely a grind, right? There's a lot of leveling that has to happen in between that to make this possible. And of course, a lot of characters need to be consumed as well in the process. So getting to 6 star is definitely a grind, but that is the maximum star level. So of course, you're going to have to grind a little bit. Once you've done it, of course, you're going to have a 6-star character, and that's going to be amazing, right? That's the maximum star level. So you did achieve something great there. Another thing that you probably should do as soon as possible is to have this game downloaded through Aptoid in at least one of your devices. And the reason is because you can save a lot of money whenever you make in-game purchases in this game, especially if you use my promo code, which is currently Sky, but it might change. We're talking 10 to 35% cash back on any purchase. So $100, you're getting back $10 up to $35 back for you to spend on other packs. The other really cool thing is that you are going to be getting a special gift from Raid Shadow Legends directly if you download this game through Aptoid within 1 month. Now you can have it on your iPhone at the same time and use BlueStacks to download this game and log into your account on BlueStacks, and then you get this amazing gift as well. We're talking 5 full energy, 3 epic skill tombs, 1 rank 5 chicken. How much do we love rank 5 chickens? I love them a lot, so I'm sure you do too. A 3-day experience boost, 3 rare skill tombs, and some silver. There's so many free things that you're getting just for downloading the game through a different app store. So why wouldn't we want to do it? And in addition to that, I'm telling you about the 10 to 35% bonus that you get if you're a spender. So if you're not a spender, just enjoy those free gifts. Like epic skill tomes are extremely hard to get. You're getting a lot of them. And if you are a spender, well, you're going to be thanking me a lot because you're going to be saving so much money that other people aren't, right? It's a competitive game. You want to spend as less as possible to get the most amount of benefit. And this way, anytime you're spending, you're getting 10 to 35% back to spend more, right? It's a win-win for you. So the steps are fairly simple. I have them added in the description of this video as well. And then I have another video where I go through the whole steps with you. I recommend you watch it so that you don't make any mistakes. Basically, you need to download the Raid Shadow Legends through the Aptoid App Store on your Android or BlueStacks device. Download an AppCoins wallet, set it up, and then add the Sky promo code. Then, for the duration of the promo code being active, you're going to enjoy all of those amazing bonuses. But keep an eye out as the promo code does change. So join our Discord so you always find out when the new promo code comes out. So the steps, the video, and the Discord link, all of them are in the description of this video. So if you can, please do check it out. The full process is going to take you maybe 5 to 10 minutes, I think. So worth it for sure. And don't delay, because those epic skill tomes and the rank 5 chicken and all that prizes that I talked about, they're only giving it within the first month of the partnership. So basically they're celebrating the partnership with Aptoid. Going back to the rest of the video now. Okay, what's next? You can see it says upgrade skills. And now you must be wondering, what does skill upgrade mean? Well, you probably know that every character has a bunch of skills that you're using, right? Like for example, in this Runic Warden, he has a skill that says Twin Chop level 1, attacks one enemy 2 times, and the damage is based on HP. But look at the bottom. Level 2, increased damage by 5%. Level 3, increased damage by 5%. 4, increased damage by 5%. 5, increased damage by 10%. Go to the other skill, and you can see that attacks one enemy 2 times. Each has a chance of placing 25% decrease attack debuff for 2 turns. And I'll go at the bottom. Level 2, damage plus 5%. Level 3, buff debuff chance plus 5%. And all the way to level 7. And then the other skill, you can see, places a 15% reflect damage buff and 7.5% continuous heal on all of our allies. Go to the bottom. Level 2, cooldown -1. Level 3, cooldown -1 again, right? So what is the cooldown? Well, this skill can only be used every 5 turns. Level 2, you can use it every 4 turns. Level 3, you can use it every 3 turns, making it significantly much more valuable than actually using it just once every 5 turns. That's not that great. So just looking at that, you can probably tell that upgrading skills is extremely valuable. Now, how do you upgrade skills? Well, you need these little books that I have at the left, and at the top you can see the other books as well. And each book increases the level of one of these skills at the bottom. You don't know which one it's going to be, but it's going to increase one of them by 1 level. The only thing is, which one gets it is completely random. So if I use one of these rare skill tomes, it's going to increase one of these randomly 1 time, and then if I use another one will be randomly increased, or it could be the same one increased again, and basically that's how it works. So to max out all of the skills of the Runic Warden, how many rare skill tomes do I need? 12 rare skill tomes, because as you can see, it has to go from level 1 to level 5, level 1 to level 7, level 1 to level 3. Total of 12 books are going to be consumed to max all the skills out. Now, these are rare skill tomes. There's also the epic skill tomes that are up here, legendary skill tomes, and mythical skill tomes. Now, even rare skill tomes are hard to find. They're not really readily available. You need to do certain challenges or logins or complete campaign levels or get a bunch of stars in the campaign levels. There's a bunch of ways you can get them, but it's not easy to obtain. If you're using them carelessly, you're going to run out of them really fast. So I'm definitely not going to use it here, because I'm not really sure I'm going to use the Runic Warder for anything else other than starring up my Kale. So definitely not using any skill tomes on him. But if you go to my Kale, you can see that I have all of his skills maxed out. That's because I know Kale is going to be somebody that I'm going to be using for a very, very long time, and he's also my campaign farmer, and he helps me win a lot of campaign levels. So I have to upgrade him for sure. Now, I could use epic or legendary or mythical skill tomes on Kale as well, despite him being rare, but I would never do that, right? Epic is only going to be used to upgrade epic characters' skills. Legendaries are only going to be used to upgrade legendary characters' skills, and mythical will only be used to upgrade mythical character skills. Because rare is much easier to find than epics. Epics are much easier to find than legendaries. Legendaries are much easier to find than mythicals. And that's exactly the reason why Sun Wukong doesn't have any of the skills upgraded, because legendary skill tomes are just so hard to find that it's pretty much impossible for me to upgrade it at this moment. So obviously, I'm definitely not wasting a legendary skill tome on anything less than a legendary. One more thing, if you manage to get a duplicate of one of your champions, you can actually use that instead of using a skill tome. So if you get super lucky with your shards and end up getting a lot of Sun Wukongs, well, you can use those extra Sun Wukongs to upgrade the skills of your main Sun Wukong. So that's always an option as well. So upgrade the skills of your characters that you're going to be using most often, because it does have significant benefits. Lastly, let's talk about ascending your characters. And what that does is that it converts one of the golden stars to a pink star. And with that, you get certain improvements in your character. For example, if I were to make Karato ascended to 1 pink star, it's going to cost me a certain amount of these portions that you can see at the bottom, and the output is that it's going to increase its basic stats. But that's not the only thing you get. Let's see, the 2 star is also increase in basic stats, but at 3 star he actually gains a new skill. So there are some really cool stuff that you can get by this. Let's go to Sun Wukong. I've already made him 1 pink star. 2 pink star is going to be another increase in stats, but 3 pink star is going to gain his new skill, revives the champion with 100% health and 100% turn meter 3 turns after they are killed. That is so amazing, right? I'd really want to make this 3 pink star, but the cost of doing so is exorbitant. And for the sake of an example, I'm going to show you that if I were to upgrade this blue champion to 1 pink star, it needs only 4 blue minor potions and 2 white minor potions. Even if I decide to make it 2 pink star, so the summation of 1 and 2 is going to be 10 blue minor potions and 5 white minor potions. Even 3 pink star, the summation of pretty much 1, 2, and 3 is 10 blue minor potions, 2 major blue potions, 5 minor white potions, and 1 major white potion. Now, a lot of potion, major, minor, you must be wondering what's going on here. For your perspective, if you go to the potion mixer, you can see how it works. 10 minor potions is equal to 1 greater potion. 10 greater potion is 1 superior potion. So 100 minor potions is equal to 1 superior potion. But just getting Sun Wukong from 1 pink star to 2 pink star is asking for 2 superior green potions equivalent to 200 minor ones and 2 major white potions, which is equal to 20 minor white ones, if I were to use the mixer to do it for me, right? So the cost is exorbitant, and if you increase it all the way to 5 pink star, like my Kale, we're talking 14 superior green portions or 1400 minor ones, right? And 11 major white portions or 110 minor white ones. What I'm trying to say here is that as champions get rarer, it's not just their skills that are expensive to upgrade, even ascending them gets extremely expensive, right? These potions are hard to get, but of course, where do we get them from? The most common place for you to get it would be by going to the specific keep for the color of the potion that you're looking for. For example, if I wanted the green ones, and of course farming them here. It's expensive, it takes a lot of time and energy to do so, and well, you only get a chance of getting superior ones after stage 8. So I really want to clear stage 8 and I want to be able to farm there, but right now I haven't gotten that. Now, even though it shows it in here, the chances of getting it aren't really that high. Like, I've been farming at stage 6, and for the most part, I've been getting a lot of the minor green portions and not really many major ones at all. So it's definitely a grind. And that's the reason why Kale is already full pink star and the Sun Wukong is only 1 pink star. Okay, so that's the 4 types of upgrades. Here's a bonus, and that's the Masteries. And for Masteries, you need to use certain scrolls to get them special abilities. Like this one, crit rate plus 5%, crit damage plus 10%, and all of these buffs that you can get. Now you might be wondering, where do we get the scrolls from? Well, you can either decide to purchase all scrolls for 800 diamonds, which is not something that I plan on doing, but it can help you quite a lot and get your character extremely powerful. You can also go into the dungeon, into the Minotaur's Labyrinth, and start farming them there. Again, extremely costly in energy and time, and the chances of getting the advanced scrolls are extremely low even at stage 8. I think I used up more than 100 energy and only got 1 advanced scroll. The other thing is you don't really know which character is going to get it, so it's not like you get the scrolls and you can decide where to put them. Based on the characters that were in the fight, one of them randomly gets it. So you never know who's going to get them, and you know what? I thought that if I max out all of their masteries that require the basic scrolls and they only need advanced scrolls, perhaps I'll start getting more advanced scrolls. No, I didn't. It's just that if they are maxed out, it's just not going to get anything, right? So advanced scrolls extremely hard to get, and of course only after stage 11 do I even have a chance of getting the divine scrolls that I really need for the lower rows of this mastery. So if it comes to it and you have a lot of gems lying around, sure, go ahead. You can max it out. It's going to be extremely helpful for you. Or you can grind it out, use a ton of energy, and eventually you will be able to max out the masteries without having to spend a lot of diamonds in the process. Alright, that's all I have for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it was helpful for you. I'd really appreciate if you subscribe to our channel, like the video, comment on it, share it with your friends. I'm still new to the game and definitely would love to have your support. And of course, as I learn more, I'll continue sharing more and more information with you so that you can grow your account to the next level. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.